One moment, please. One moment, please. Good afternoon and good evening. Welcome to the special edition. I almost didn't do this, but I figured, no. I'll go ahead and do it. So, first and foremost, sorry, Chef Kicker. Going to dinner, whether happens when it happens. Doesn't wait till you don't go to dinner or when you're home. So, sorry about that. Okay, I'm trying to get all this up there. Welcome to all 7 y'all that are here. Chef Kicker, Lakeberry, Ginger Ninja, how you doing? So, I know that was a little bit of a long 3-minute entry song, but it fit, you know, fit the gist of what we're talking about now. So, shh, my weather team is sleeping. They're worn out. Yeah, they're so worn out. All the parents went out to dinner and they're leaving the kids at the daycare until after nap time. So, hey, Ginger Ninja, Bushcraft. Yeah, I'm going to try to do this kind of quick. That way, because I know Bear Truth is going live here shortly and Bushcraft will be with him. Hey, Bushcraft. And just want to say it's kind of funny. You look back at the videos about a week ago and how the weather people were saying, it's not going to hit the U.S., not going to do this, not going to do that. It keeps changing. Listen to any of my earlier streams, you know what I'm talking about. Now, now it's projected to hit Maine and Nova Scotia and Canada and all that as a tropical storm. So I want to know who's the one rolling the dice for these weather teams, because basically that's what they're doing. I want to see that dice. Storm, no storm, rain, heat, drought. Yeah. They've been rolling craps all last week. So, yeah. They're getting closer to the truth. One thing I will give them kudos for, when they do something right, they're actually talking about the storm surge. Still think they're underestimating the storm surge. And yes, I know the storm is, we're talking about Hurricane Lee, of course. And we got several systems out in the Atlantic right now and a couple in the Pacific. But yeah, that's supposed to be dropping down to a tropical storm by tomorrow night, if not earlier in the day tomorrow. And the backwash, as I call it, the left side, because I know the right side is the stronger side, but the left side is going to be bringing in all that water surge. And of course, we're gonna see. Okay, Bushcraft, that says welcome to the AI weather show. Yeah, just for Bushcraft. And Tage too. I know you're back there. I know you're lurking while you're cooking dinner too. He's probably having fish. So, but either way, the backwash for the surge, they're saying no higher than 4 feet in some places. But yeah, I think they're wrong on that amount. The winds are still pretty strong, and even though they're calculating at 90 miles an hour, I think they're going to be close to triple digits. And the erosion is definitely going to happen. Damage is definitely going to happen. And if you're anywhere on the impact zones of the shear, and we'll just say the East Coast is the guardrail, and the U-Haul truck is slamming against the East Coast. Yeah, there's going to be pretty much damage. Don't risk staying home, please. Seek higher ground. One actual weather lady, which I was really impressed, actually started talking about the trees. And she talked about the wind. And she talked about the wet soil. And possibly 3 inches more of rain on top of all the saturated soil they got now. The roots of those trees, the real tall ones, aren't going to be able to withstand standing up with the wind. That's common sense, And they're just talking about the storm. They're not talking about what the wind's going to cause. Possibly you're going to have some freaking tornadoes in this thing. You're going to have a downdraft or two. See, and they're still missing the spot on certain things. Looking at it with the cold front leaving and all this going on. And yeah, they're saying it's all going to start happening around tomorrow night. Well, what happens? Most storms, if you actually look at the U.S. and you don't really have to involve the water. Most severe storms are in the evening time. You can't see tornadoes coming. You don't know when that tree's going to fall on you. And I think the last few storms we've had people die in their cars because a tree has fallen on them. So your car's not a safe place to be either. Let's see, I got to answer Ms. Lakeberry since she's busy cooking instead of being up here. It'd be so much easier if she'd be able to talk while she cooks. But I guess she's typing. Who do you think will be affected by the actual weather, by wind, water, and what other things will be impacted, like storage supplies? Well, let's just put it this way. Storage supplies, if you're waiting till the very last minute to get it, you're probably going to be screwed. So instead of watching me, you can always watch the remake. I'd rush out to the store and get the last few things that you need. I'm not recommending you to stay home, especially in the coastal areas, but if you're further inland and higher ground, you're going to have to worry about other things like wind, the trees falling, rain, possibly if you live by a hillside, mudslides, stuff like that. It just depends on your location. I can't pinpoint everybody where they live, but one of the big ones is going to be Massachusetts is going to be getting it. So you live in Mass, I would really recommend that you're prepared. Be safe, be ready. And yeah, you may have an axe, but you may need a chainsaw if a tree falls on top of your house. Do you have tarps? Because if you do, you may need to cover that hole when the rain's coming after the tree fell down. And I'm not saying as soon as it happens, you go out there and cover it up, because that's going to be kind of, have a shop vac. Definitely have a generator. Kind of too late now, unless you're going to be dropping a couple of $100 to $1,000 for a portable gas generator. Yeah, they're definitely going to have more power outages on this. I was trying to bring up the video on Bermuda on some of the inside away from the coastal area where it's got hit, and for some reason it will not load. I was having problems loading into YouTube. They're having problems. I had to try for like 10-15 minutes. Tried to load into YouTube. They kept on saying they're having problems. Try in a few minutes. Try in a few minutes. So, yeah, exactly. Fishcraft, how that works, they did. That's going to flood easier. Yeah. What's that state underneath Mass? Connecticut. And then you got, I can't even think of that little cutaway where it goes to Martha's Vineyard and all that other stuff. Yeah, the water's going to flush back. And it's going to push in that way. I don't think too many people here live in Martha's Vineyard, but, hey, those people can afford the damage. They're probably going to have their pumpkin spice latte party during the storm. Who knows? Yeah. Definitely make sure you get a fully charged cell phone that you do not use for anything but to make emergency calls if you do stay home. If you have a cell iPhone, that'd be a whole lot better, but not many people carry cell iPhones anymore with them. And if you got a base station radio, make sure it's working, and don't be going out there trying to adjust the antenna or strap it down when the storm comes through, because, there's going to be lightning, and you definitely don't want to get shocked. And yes, engine, make sure the tarps are blue. Yeah, camouflage. I mean, if you're keeping the water out, that's one thing, but it's a whole lot better if it's blue. That way you can really tell. Okay, so she's making tacos, heating up her famous backed beans with bacon and onion. Okay, so and I'm gonna tell you this: if you plan to stay home, and it's like, well, I got an emergency route. Okay, let's just say I don't even know the highways up in the areas that are being affected, but let's just say your emergency route is Highway 5, and you got County Road number 2 as your alternate. If either or both freaking lead to low water areas, I would not have them as an emergency evac. I would go as far as have one primary and 3 alternates. Make sure you know the water levels. And the reason I say that is because all it takes is one person to screw up the freaking line of people trying to leave to back up the whole freaking thing, and then you're trapped. And you don't want to be trapped in your car during any of these type of storms. So, and Bushcraft just said chili. The question is, did the chili have beans? Because Crazy Irish made some chili the other day, and she didn't have no beans to it. I tried telling her that's Taco Bell meat. That's not beans, But she didn't get the gist of it. Do you ever notice you go to Taco Bell and you get some tacos? They don't have beans in their, you know, so-called taco meat. Why not? You always got to serve food with Mexican food. You got to serve the beans. No. But let's see. We covered generators, covered tarps, covered alternate areas to go. If you're one of those people that relies on GPS, you may want to get a road map if you don't have one yet. Yeah, star supplies, I'm pretty sure, are probably already being done, being wiped out. I know they showed a video earlier. I should have snagged. I didn't think about it. Where some places in Boston were prepping already. Yeah. If you're a business owner and the storm's coming and you know it's going to flood, you don't want to be open. That one guy's going to go in there for a cup of coffee and you're going to charge him $5 for the cup of coffee. Ain't enough to risk your employees or your life. Thank you, Mr. Craftsy. I agree with you too. If it doesn't have beans, that's spaghetti sauce. So. Yep, and good advice, Super Dave. The tarps are different colors. See, the blue ones get less stress on it. Yep. But the good thing is with the other tarps is you get that tree that hits and cracks open your roof, and you can't go out there because it's storming, hailing, doing whatever. Yeah. Do you have a hard hat to go out there when it's hailing? Yeah. What's the indicator when you get hail in a rainstorm? Possible tornado. Yeah. Do you really want to be out there with everything flying around? Want a broken branch to freaking fly through your liver? Yeah, that could happen. That's what I say. You stay inside. But I got water coming in. Trust. What am I going to do? Those off-color tarps. You put it over the freaking furniture on the floor and stuff. I'll catch quite a bit of the water. It's not going to catch it in a bucket or anything, but it may protect some of your stuff depending on how much comes in. And let's see. Yeah, you probably don't want to be in a nightshirt. If this is going to be a nighttime freaking hit, a nightshirt, barefoot, and you're going to bed, nah, you probably want to have PJs on, have some rubber soled shoes ready to go, a raincoat while on your post bed if you got a post on your bed, and yeah, if something happens, as soon as you pop up and slip the rubber soled shoes on, and yeah, put the raincoat on just in case, because when you go to the next room, you don't know what's going on. Window busted, roof cracked open. Oh, you got 3 feet of water if you're in upstairs and you go downstairs. Which reminds me, do you have a flashlight by your bedside? Yep. Is it ready? Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Most people go, now I got the flashlight on my phone. You don't want to use the phone unless it's an extreme emergency during a freaking storm like that. I've seen it in the past. YouTubers will get on a stream and chat, going through the storm and all that. And they'll drain their battery and have no way to charge it. I mean, we want to know that you're okay and all that, but when you're draining your battery and then you don't have it for an emergency, yeah, think about it. You may be in your attic wishing you grabbed that axe and kept it up there. Yeah. Hello, Margaret. Depends on the wavelengths and the altitudes. Lake. You know, yeah, I don't think we're going to have to worry about dew initially. So, I'll do a stream. Maybe I'll get Lake or somebody up here that's been through storms like Bushcraft and talk about moles and everything else after on cleanup. There's a lot to do in cleanup and what to look for. I had TH2 trying to make me laugh. Yeah. Yeah, I did write a song. THC, haven't you heard it? You want me to play it for you? Drive Super Dave crazy. It's his favorite song. But yeah, I know Bushcraft, you're kind of worried, but don't worry. Barbie Land, where TH2 lives, is going to be okay during the storm. Yeah. Anyway, you've seen his video. He's got his, I don't know, boa jacket on, and he's going to go pick up Barbie. So if a coastal comes, he's taken care of. So, but let's see. Where else? Yeah. How long are you prepared to be without power if you do not have a backup generator? And where is your generator located? Because do you have to go out in the storm to crank that puppy up? Will it be safe for you to go out there in the storm? Is it mounted down to something? Yeah, generators maybe a couple 100 pounds full with its oil, gas, and everything else. But a tornado doesn't care how heavy you are. It lifts up trailers, tractor trailers, cows. We have cows. So think about it. You got to strategically position your generator somewhere. And I just got a notification that Bear Truth will be going live in 30 minutes. If I got one of my mods, I could put his link up there so we can go over there. And then we can find out what everybody has in the medicine cabinets. Which reminds me, yeah, if you have medicine that you really need to take, and I'm not only talking about the stuff in the refrigerator, just daily stuff that keeps you going, keeps you living, you probably want to have it in a little bag where you can grab it. Because you're not going to have time going around, oh my God, where are my car keys? Where's this? Where's that? When you lay your head down, you want to make sure you got all this. And this is more of a warning for everybody that's on the coastline that's going to stay instead of leaving the coastline. But it's the same thing for everybody that's going to be in the path of all the wind, the rain, the hail, possible tornadoes, everything else. Yep, flying cows can do some damage. The only thing worse than a flying cow is a flying longhorn. Man, you're hoping that freaking longhorn turns his head so you don't get speared by those freaking things. And even with the tips sawed off so they're not pointy, it still hurts when it goes in. My cousin got speared by one of those. But, yeah. I'm going to do this. I got probably about 15, 20 minutes. I'm going to try to send a link out there. If I could get Google to work. Hey, it actually worked. Like 7 seconds faster than it did this afternoon, this morning, whatever it was. Okay, so let's see. Lakeford won't come up because she's busy cooking. Bushcraft already ate, so let's see if she'll be able to come up. Pretty sure she can put up some input. I had a whole list, but since I couldn't find my glasses, I had to improvise, and now I can't read half my writing, so I still haven't found my glasses. And with the news team sleeping, I couldn't. Yeah, couldn't really make that much noise. I'll even go as far as you heard this plenty of times from a lot of people. If you live in a mobile home or a non-foundationed structure, you do not want to be anywhere near any of the remnants of the storm with the wind and all that. Yeah, super days, that's a good idea, but this is like the emergency bug the hell out of Dodge type thing. If you lose power, it could go up to 3, 5 days. You expecting National Guard to come save you? Yeah, good luck. Yep. Oh, and if you do find the flashlight, first thing to do, don't turn it on once. Say, okay, yeah, it's got a light. Hey, Ruben. Um, yeah, test the flashlight, but have spare batteries. Put them in the plastic baggie and have that bag ready to go. Important documents, you know. I don't know how many people have pictures up on their walls anymore or not, but you should have everything in digital form as far as pictures. So you could always replace your pictures. So you don't have to try to fill your car up. And if you don't know how to swim and you're going to drive through a low water crossing, turn around. Don't drown. All right, here he is. He's going to save the day and give us the intelligent input.
I don't know about that.
Hey, good afternoon, best guy. I almost said good morning. So,
It's morning somewhere.
yeah. The other side of the world. Probably
Mm.
India, because that's where they're flooding. No, that's Pakistan, I think. Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. But so so what you've heard so far? Have I missed anything? Did I leave anything important out? Like make sure that your extension cords are plugged into your generator already, because you don't want to go out there and touch a head in the
Well,
rain and try to plug it in and start the generator up.
yeah, um, I've had fun doing that
Yeah.
before. Um, well, you should always have uh, for your generator where you can have your extension cord wrapped already around it,
Yeah.
because then you pick it up. You don't leave it on there
Yeah.
because generators get hot.
Oh yeah. You don't believe it? Let it run for about 20 minutes, then put your tongue on it. You'll see how hot they get.
Well, yeah, just put your hand on top.
Oh no, I'd rather see him. I want him to come up on panel with a swollen tongue going, I put my tongue on my generator. It was hot.
Well, I remember I had a job using a pressure washer on a roof. I went to put gas in it and put my hand on top of it. Woo! I had my hands, and I had to continue using my hands for the washer.
Mm-hmm.
That was irritating.
Yep.
It didn't bubble up or anything. It just constant pain.
Oh, okay.
But
So,
one of these kind of burns.
yeah, something out of the ordinary. This hasn't to do with Hurricane Lee, Tropical Storm Lee, whatever you want to call her.
Mhm.
We had the battle of the wits, and Be Charming lost. That proves that Lee is a female, not a male. So, sorry, B. I know you're listening. I hope your appointment went good. Bare
So,
truth tonight. Does he use StreamYard?
yeah.
Okay, so if he logs into StreamYard and tries to go to YouTube, he's going to get a message and he's going to contact you. I was like, YouTube's having problems. I can't connect. If he
I
does, just tell him to keep trying. Eventually, it'll work.
Yeah, I didn't have any trouble.
Okay. So I thought that was kind of weird when it was happening. I should have grabbed my phone and done it, but I'm trying to keep my power on my phone
Mm,
up because we're expecting more severe storms tonight. So
yeah, it was nice out today when I was out there mowing.
Oh, must be nice. You're able to mow.
Yeah. Well, I my grass got my grass got pretty high.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wouldn't nothing like this or anything. It was like maybe that high,
Yeah, not like my backyard. Okay, yeah.
and I I just leave it. Now, if you look at the next door neighbors and other neighbors,
Mm-hmm.
their grass is all yellow, and I'm the only one on the block with green grass because I
Mm-hmm.
don't go and cut it down to a centimeter from the dirt.
Yeah. Now I only cut mine real short like that. The first time I cut it in summer, and the last time I cut it in fall. The rest of the
Oh,
time I always cut it. It's like 6 inches high or something.
well, yeah, down there. Up here, and some people think it's not important, but I the last cutting,
Yeah.
I'll actually let it grow instead of
Mm-hmm.
cutting it because
Yeah.
it protects the roots and stuff through winter.
Yeah.
You guys don't have to worry about that.
Well, well, we might this year, but I leave all my mulch on it, and I do put fresh mulch down.
Yeah, I got the auto mulcher that in the on the mower that mulches.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you're having problems with your yard, I'm not talking about weeds. Every other week, alternate the pattern of how you cut your yard. Do that for the first month. I know it's kind of late with summer being over and stuff, but if you do that next summer, you'll be surprised how much different your yard reacts when you
I,
change
I
the pattern of mowing.
I like my weeds though.
I like
Most
all my weeds with the exception of the little freaking stickers.
oh yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
like the dandelions and everything else, but I don't like the stickers.
yeah, I forgot about those down there.
Yeah. They stick to everything and they'll get all over the carpet, and there you go, walking barefoot. Oh!
Yeah,
Yeah.
I still have um,
Hey, Harvest Mary.
scars on my feet from walking with those things. And one time I was working in car wash and I came home and uh, it had wore layers of skin off my feet, and you could
Mm-hmm.
see little holes where uh, those little thorns
Yep.
were stuck in my feet for when I was a kid, and I
Yeah.
didn't care back then. It's just like, oh, brush it off and keep going around barefooted.
Yeah. So every time Lake Fairy talks about those pine needles, I'm like, I'll trade you. I'll take pine needles for a summer while you freaking take all my stickers. I
Yeah,
give her 2 weeks. She'd be like, I want my pine needles back.
those things are like
You can't do
the
nothing with the stickers.
perfect irritating little thing because anyway they fall, they always have one that pops up. It's like a uh, cattle trop, I think
Yep.
they're called,
Howdy bee. Mm-hmm.
that they throw down. And uh, actually, ninjas invented that many
Yep.
moons ago.
Yep. Well,
If
after
somebody
our
was
first,
chasing them, they'd throw them down and they'd step on them and couldn't chase after them.
yep. After our first good rain the other day, one thing I did notice: the ants were in the ground. They started building little mounds, and the ants that were coming out were the female ants with wings.
Oh,
They were ready to freaking take off and go start their own little mound somewhere. So I doused them with my stuff, and they were kind of pretty pissed off. But hey, they won't be flying nowhere no more. They're all just there. B Charm says she'll take sand spurs over pine needles any day. Yeah, yeah. So, hey, Marshmallow Man. I don't know. We only got a few more minutes. I appreciate you coming up here. Let's see, flashlights. I would carry a pocket knife. You never know what you need a pocket knife for if the power's out. Yep. I knew you had one. You got several, really, but Because you
I
never
could
know,
keep
the power
going.
goes out. You just might need that pocket knife or something. The only problem with bushcraft is he's got those cats. The power goes out and you can't see, and you're trying to reach your flashlight or something, or any of those cats gonna trip you.
One, this
Yeah,
one right here.
yeah.
He
It's like, where
has
you going?
anywhere I go, he has to lead the way,
Yeah.
and he gets upset. Like if I'm headed out and he thinks I'm going to the kitchen, he'll start heading off to the kitchen, and then I'll go upstairs to the bathroom, and I'll come out and he's sitting there like this.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't wait for me.
Oh, that's okay, Lake. I'll give a full weather report when you're busy eating and you can't listen. I'll be after the Bear Tree show sometime, probably. But
Yeah, everybody should have them and
yeah,
rechargeable flashlights
mm-hmm,
that you can charge with power banks and stuff.
yeah.
And everybody should have power banks. I mean, the
What?
original way I had the power banks was when I went out for Pokemon Go. That way, I didn't have to come back and charge. I could just charge my phone with that,
Yeah.
and they're cheap. You can get them for $5-6 at Walmart, and they most of them are enough to charge your phone twice.
Look
So
at me,
having
Charmin.
that
She posted
that
her face.
thing,
Yep.
yeah, having those things is like so nice when the power goes off.
Mm-hmm. Oh, another thing I did talk about. Have your hand cranked weather radio by you.
Mm-hmm.
Because if the power goes out and you're sleeping, guess what? Yep. You can crank it and get it going. It's got a little flashlight on there. Yep. You can do a lot of things to it. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm blinded now. I feel like I'm a victim of the Men in Black.
You forgot you didn't like jalapenos
What?
or
No, that's Be Charming. I'll never forget that.
Japapenos,
Yeah,
as Lake calls
jalapenos
them.
are always going to be my favorite. So if I get cremated, I'm going to say just throw my ashes in the jalapeno fields.
Yeah, I'm gonna hear it later about the chili being too spicy because I may have accidentally dropped some jalapenos in there.
Yeah, just throw a couple of thick chunks of chunky tomatoes in there and let it mix up. And
Yeah, I put some tomatoes in there too.
yeah, so but
Because I'm still getting tomatoes.
yeah,
I'm
yeah, I'm
about
waiting.
at the stage to where got my eye on some really big green tomatoes for frying them up.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to start closing this out because I know you got to meet up with Bear Truth before the show
Yeah.
starts. So I want to appreciate you coming up here. Any last minute warnings or precautions you want to tell the people in chat? I know we still got 24 hours according to the weather people, but the way it's slowing down and moving faster, I don't think it's going to be tomorrow night. It's either early.
Make sure well, it's probably too late now, but um, I get the really thick, nice wool socks, and I use my um, food saver thingy,
Yep.
and I seal those up.
Yep.
Then because dry socks are so nice if your feet's been in water all day.
Yep. Yep. And just as a precaution, those swimming sandal shoes a lot of people use at the beach. Don't be
Yeah.
wearing those during a storm. You want full-fledged, some weathered boots. Hopefully you got some Scotch Guard on them to reflect some of the water before they get soaked, and then your socks get soaked also. But
Yeah, I got them big rubber boots.
yeah, and if you got galoshes or waders or whatever, hey, if you're gonna go out in it, you might as well put it all on so you're not wet on the inside, just wet on the outside. may come in if it's really humid and be moist when you're taking it all off. But hey, it's like being moist is better than being drenched. So, but hopefully some of these things came up. Sorry, I didn't have no videos. I'm gonna try to mess with it. If I can get it going, I'll play it later on tonight when hardly anybody's streaming, and try to get a video out on it so y'all can watch it at your leisure.
Yeah,
But
just watch some of the lives that they say they're live.
you know,
It could be from 2 years ago.
yeah, you know, I've seen some that are reporting on the weather, and they're using 3 years ago weather
Yeah,
pictures. I'm like, really? That one hit Florida. We're not talking about Florida this year.
yeah. There's one going at Bermuda right now, a live that you can watch, and you can see the waves going over the bridge.
Yeah.
Uh, one
Hey,
of one of the long bridges. I forget what it's called over there.
I'm just doing this real quick so people know. Checking the power outage thing.
Jeff is going live.
Yep. Okay, right now they only have Texas because of all the storms we've been having today with power outages. So 10,000 plus. We've had some real bad storms today, and we're gonna have more this evening. So, but everybody go over to Bear Truth's channel in about 12 minutes, B.
Yeah,
And yeah, if you go in the water, don't take off your shoes. Hopefully, you don't got boots on then, because they will absorb the water and make you heavy. But if you're not a good swimmer, I take off those shoes.
mm,
I don't recommend if you're in, above the waist water to take off the shoes. But if you're not a good swimmer and
y-
the
yeah.
current's
If you
going to
can't
pull
keep
you,
yourself up with your arms,
yeah, you want to take off some weight. And the first thing
yeah,
you do is take your shoes off, and don't try to step on anything because you may think it's a car and it ends up being a broken windshield that goes right through your foot. So,
yeah, and you can always take your shirt and go like this to get air in it to help you float.
yeah. All right. Well, thank you, y'all. Be safe tonight. Like I said, Crazy's doing a stream tomorrow. I'll try to do a video tonight if I get the video to work. Usually I have better luck when I do a video versus a live with these video things. And if not, then I'll get it to work and we'll get it going so you can see some of the stuff that's going on in a certain island. They didn't take the direct hit, but they did get damage. So if you think you're invincible, you'll find out you're not. Thanks for coming out. Be safe and see you, Bear Truce, in 10 minutes. Ciao.